listen to the Roar of Hydrogen.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, and thank you for joining us on the program Stewwardship with SNB on RSTV. This program is watched on GoTV, channel 142 and Start Time channel 113. You can also connect to us via our social media handles such as YouTube and Facebook at RSTV Online. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. In 1950, when the first democratically elected local councils were first established in the Lagos area and of course in the Bibio areas, in the old Calabar province in eastern Nigeria. The cardinal objective was to bring governance and of course administration and development closer to the doorstep of the local people. That objective has not left the third tier of government up to now. And so whoever that handles that third tier of government is expected to bring development to the people in that local areas. Today, our searchlight went to ANDONI local government area, where we have come to establish that singular fact that local government areas are for the people, and not just for the people, but for the local people. Andoni has a population of 311,500 people going by the last census of 2006, and then it is inhabited by the Obodos. Of course, they have a rich culture of their own way of life. Joining me today on the program is the administrator of ANDONI local government area, Surveyor ATAJI TELE Francis. Surveyor ATAJI Francis as a man, and Surveyor ATAJI Francis as a sole administrator.
There's a lot of difference. As a man, I was on my own. Things the way I think I should do. Now, as sole administrator, I have to look at the needs of the people. And how to listen to the people, how to go by the details of the people, how to serve the people. There are two different situations as a hero.
Okay, before your appointment, have you ever had the state administrator to be known as to occupy this position?
I don't know it from others. I was even surprised the particular day because I traveled to Abuja on the 7th of April. I was in Abuja on that 7th of April till the 9th of April. When somebody, as I just on my phone, started calling me, asking me and congratulating me, I said, for what? Another person called again, I asked him for what reason. I didn't know what to say, and I called somebody to find out what am I hearing. The person said that I should give me some time, that he was going to get back to me. So I wouldn't do anything, I just saw his text that it was true. And I should come back from Abuja. And as I came back, I still had to go straight to my pastor to tell him this is what I've seen, and he should pray for me. Right there too, he prayed for me, and then I now see myself where I am today.
So how
I didn't know the administrator from others.
Okay, so how did people receive you when the name was announced?
When it was announced, normally with mixed feelings. Some said I'm bigger than this kind of position.
Why?
Some said I'm not a politician. Why will I come into this kind of thing? And I look at this as a way to serve. It's a way of service to the people. And if I have to serve my people, it doesn't matter at what level you can come to serve the people.
So what have you learned these past few months that you have held?
A lot of things. You have to learn how people, the needs of the people. You have to know the feelings of the people. You have to hear from the people. You have to see how you can help to improve on the life of the people.
Okay, so what were the assets and liabilities you inherited upon assuming office as administrator?
I think liability should be more than the assets. I see more challenges in the office than any other thing. I just came into, as I said before, we were given a mandate by the sole administrator of the River State here. In the area I'm talking about more liability, there are a lot of things to be done. a lot of things to be done.
So
I see the needs of the people are more than what you can.
was any money left in the coffers of Andoni local government area?
Yes, there was little money left behind. I can't remember the exact figure. I cannot remember right now. I don't want to give you wrong figure, put things wrongly. Yes, little amount of money.
So from there on, you've been receiving money.
Yes, thereafter, like normally monthly, as much as you know, that is something that comes monthly allocation.
How much have you received so far within these 2 months that you have received?
Like I said, I don't want to put wrong figures. If I want to tell us, you're very exact, and I think you ask me such a question, I don't have that detailed record of that. Actually, as I said, we made some money there. And after that, we receive some money that comes into the account. But the exact figure, I cannot give the exact figure.
All right, let's go into the real reasons why we're here. Let's start with security. Andoni local government area is known to be one of the flashpoints when you talk about insecurity and all of that in the past. What's your relationship with the security operatives since you took over the reins of power?
Yeah, the very first day we assumed office, we have to hold meeting with all the security operatives, all the DPOs. We have about 3 DPOs in Andoni. We have the JTF, we have the civil defense, we have the internal security, we have the this one they call them the anti-rioting people. They are there. So I held meeting with all of them. We look at this area of security as very crucial. So we appointed people for all these areas, and people have been very effective, reaching out to those who can reach out and talk to those who can talk to, and plead with them to drop their arms, and it has been very effective.
Okay, so security-wise, you are top again.
By God's grace.
All right, let's now move to health. What would you identify as the most challenging health problem of the Andoni?
Yes, as we came in, like I told you, the mandate given to us by the sole administrator was sanitation, health, primary education, environmental management, and welfare to people. And the same that the very first day we started project, we just went to from site to site, visited some of the health centers there, about 3 or 4. We saw that some of them had actually been abandoned. A lot of them are not operating at all because of the situation we saw on ground. So at that point, we now took it over to make sure that we improve on these facilities.
Okay, so talking about health, how many health centers does Andoni have? Do you know?
I can't remember.
Okay, so but you are working closely with the health officers in the LG.
Yes.
Okay, what are they reporting to you? What are the challenges they have when they're reporting to you?
Like issue of drugs.
Because health is wealth.
Issue of drugs and maintenance of their facilities have been the major issue. Most of the projects have been abandoned. They are not even functioning. Especially when you come to where women deliver, you really have pity for these people. And from that point, we started saying, what can we do to improve on these situations?
Malaria remains one of the highest killer illnesses, as simple as it is, in the world. It still remains so in the world. What are you doing to ameliorate this deadly?
One of the things that bring malaria
is good health.
Yes, it's the environment.
Yes.
If you keep your environment clean, issue of mosquito may not be there. And if the mosquito is not there, you will reduce the malaria issue to a greater extent. So like I said, we brought into the action of sanitation marshals.
Stewardship with SNB.
Yeah, so we have said earlier on that malaria is one of the killer illnesses that has come to steal mankind, even in Nigeria and all over the world. What is your administration doing to ensure that the place is actually sanitized? Malaria does not really
like I
affect
told you
people.
earlier on, the very first day we started, we set up marshals, sanitation marshals, to make sure that they keep the environment clean. If the environment is clean, obviously, you reduce the level of malaria effect. Again, we are thinking about fumigating the environment to so that all these things too will not be there.
So, how many marshals have you appointed?
Like we normally know this is a political situation. We normally consider Andoni is based on 11 wards. So make sure that we pick each marshal from each of the wards, and each of the wards has 20 marshals. So multiply 20 by 11, we are talking about 220 marshals.
And you pay them?
And pay them monthly. And then again, to make sure that the primary schools are taken care of too, we consider 3 marshals in each primary school. And Andoni will have about 52 primary schools. So if you multiply 52 times 3, we have 156 again from the primary school. Adding to the other one of 220, we have 356 marshals that are helping us to keep Andoni clean. And they've been very effective, and we go around to make sure that they are supervised.
Okay, so what about in the area of education? Have you been able to do an on-the-spot assessment of primary schools that are in the Andoni area? And to what extent have you been able to help it?
That is another issue, like I said before. As we came into the office, immediately we came in, we swung into action. And we visited some of the primary schools along the area in Ingo. And I told you we have 52 primary schools. And we saw the dilapidated situation in those schools. And we now resolved that we will make sure that they are renovated, they are made good for the people to learn.
We'll now take a short break. And when we return, the administrative Andoni local area will talk us through more about administration in that LG. Don't go ahead.
Stewardship with SNB. Stewardship with SNB.
If you have just joined us, the program is Stewardship with SNB. It's on RSTV, and this program is on GoTV channel 142 and Start Time channel 113. You can also follow us on our social media handles on YouTube and Facebook at RSTV Online. These are the platforms with which you can follow this program. My guest hasn't changed. He is Surveyor ATAJI TELE Francis, the administrator of Andoni local area. Administrator, welcome again to our program.
Thank you very much.
Now, I want us to look at the various sectors and attach or allocate monies to them in the area of health. Sectorally, the money you have received so far, even though you are not able to quote the figures involved, sectorally, a sectoral form, what and what, how much have you put in each of the sectors, in education, in health, in environment, in empowerment, and of course, do you have an over-bloated salary wage rate? Most of the administrators complain that they have over-bloated salary, the salary papers to pay. So let us look at this issue sectorally.
Well, in the area of this health, education, environment, sanitation, security, as you rightly said. When we came in, I called my team of workers and we met and looked into it. Like I said, we started going around from project site to project site to school, and we were able to see the challenges and the needs of the people. And I should say that everything has been done evenly. Every area has been given attention.
Every area?
Yes.
Attention.
Yes.
Okay, there are complaints that some administrators are not doing well in their localities. How did the news of your colleague who was beaten all that is local area, how do you feel about it?
It's very saddening. Initially, when the news came, some say we were just false news to affect me initially. So we didn't take it serious until later we now got to see that this thing was true. And we tried to reach out to our colleague, it was not possible. But it was a sad situation. And as long as I'm not detailed to know exactly what happened, I'm not going to comment much on that.
So you're condemning that action?
No, normally action is bad. Whatever happened, there's a way to resolve issues. The way to happen, there's a way to go by peaceful way. So beating into the way we saw in the social media.
They used to complain that there was too much of a gap between him and the people, and that he wasn't reaching out to them.
I wouldn't say that may be correct, because it's only one side story you're talking about. I don't think you're able to reach out to him to hear exactly what happened. It's until you hear from him you cannot balance whether what the news are saying is correct or they are not correct. So you cannot do that from the fact that he too may have his own reason why it happened to him. Until you hear from them, you can take a conclusion.
So, Administrator, talk us through empowerment. It could be in the form of women empowerment, youth empowerment, or general empowerment. What are you doing in that direction?
Normally, in every administration, talk it as you said, from the federal level to the state level to where we find ourselves today, the essence is to reach out to the people. Even if you're improving on the area of education, is to reach out to the people.
The Is it reaching out to the people? Is it stomach infrastructure or engaging them?
No, what I'm trying to say, you want to see that the people welfare, their well-being have been improved upon.
But it must take a form.
Yes, it comes in different form, like I said before. Either you look at the educational needs, you tackle that one. If you look at the health need, you tackle that one. If you look at their transport need, you tackle that. If you look at the individual way to improve on their business, you take up that one too. So it's area to reach out to in any way that the people's life are improved.
Okay, it appears that the administrators, local government administrators will be the ones to conduct the forthcoming local elections in August. We're told that you will be on seat while elections hold. What are we expecting from you?
No, these are speculations.
Okay.
We cannot be sure whether we are not. In recent time, we saw that the peace deal had been brokered, and if there is that issue of peaceful situation, why we came in was issue of emergency. Now that there is peace, we look at the situation that very soon we will have to leave office. So we may not be the one to conduct.
Okay, so what is that project that you have embarked upon, whether in the area of health, education, or whatever, that strikes you most?
The one that I know people are still commending is this issue of sanitation. That we're able to reach that where our environment are looking neat and fine. Then we are trying to a way to reach out to the women at the lower level.
All right, Administrator, by virtue of your position, you have tasted power, you have tasted money. Would you be tempted to contest for any elective office after your tenure as administrator?
You know, in life I see that whatever we find ourselves, there's a calling. There are those who are called into political life. There are those who are called into pastoral life. There are those who are called into educational life. I see my life is not to the calling of politics. So I may not contest for any political office.
All right, you may not contest for any political office.
Yes.
What's the biggest environmental challenge you have in ANDONI?
Erosion.
Erosion.
Erosion, yes. And I see that a lot of places have been eaten up by erosion, and then the land too has not been so taken care of. So we are taking care of those things.
Cholera has been a scourge that has always bedeviled ANDONI.
Come again, come again.
Cholera.
Yes.
Yes. It's a scourge that has always bedeviled the people of ANDONI local area. Has the last been heard about this cholera outbreak?
Like all part
what are you
of
doing about it?
what we are doing about it, I know part of the thing that causes cholera is bad water, unclean water. If you take clean water, you make sure that cholera is reduced. And for that reason, we are looking at majorly about this solar water system that people can get clean water. And if they get clean water, cholera issues gone.
Okay, so one of the major reasons for cholera is bad water.
Yes.
And you haven't done anything to that direction.
Yeah, we have not, but we are thinking about it.
So is there anything you want to add to this interview?
The interview, what I want to say basically that this one has given me an insight into actually the needs of the people. And I pray that the few minutes we are going to share, or in few months, I'll be able to improve on the life of the people. That's my desire.
So have you been able to identify the most challenging problem? What the ANDONI people need most? Have you been able to identify?
Security, like you said before, is a major problem in ANDONI. And I see that there's a lot of challenges of fighting and disagreement among our people, major in the area of chieftaincy. And exactly what I'm trying to do since I came into, I've taken it as a project, particularly in New Town where we have challenges of insecurity and challenges of the youth and the elders. And ever since I came in, I've taken it as a major project. I've visited the Gamma of Kurutan, I've visited the community rule, and everything peace has now been brokered. Last week we were supposed to have taken the king to the community, and because I was not around, it has now been shifted to this community, which showed that peace has returned to town.
Do you think that the people will celebrate your leaving, or they will do otherwise?
I will leave you to think about that, to find out that I cannot assess.
That is based
I cannot
on
assess myself. I cannot give
from the way you have performed, you know whether the people will celebrate you when you leave office, or they will do otherwise.
I say I cannot score myself. The one that does not see is bad. Most of the things are set behind you, so it's only the people that can assess to say that whether my period of service was of success or not.
So salary payments, you're up to
Oh
date?
no, we're very prompt. If you ask the workers, they will tell you that is the number one item on our table each time we have our allocation. Salary payment does not go beyond 2 days after our allocation.
So how accessible are you to the people?
The workers or
The workers and the people of ANDONI, because you are their eye, you are their president.
Remember, as you came in, we are supposed to have started this program much earlier, and you saw the number of visitors we had, which shows that people are always coming around to see what they can do and talk with us.
Okay. So you're very much in touch with your people.
Always.
All right. So we'll attach it to TELE Francis, Administrator of ANDONI area. Thank you so much for your time.
God bless you too. You're welcome.
Well, that's it on our program. Join us again same time. We shall bring you another guest on a different topic. My name is Solomon Nelson Braid. Bye-bye.
Stewwardship with SNB. Stewwardship with SNB. Stewwardship with SNB.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us on the program Stewwardship with SNB on RSTV. This program is watched on GoTV channel 142 and Start Time channel 113. You can also join us on our social media handles such as YouTube and Facebook at RSTV Online. My name is Solomon Nelson. The movie in camera lens of stewardship has arrived in our West Local Government area, where we have come to find out how far the administrator is spending the people's money to their betterment. And so joining me live on this program is Mr.